This woman was paralyzed in a freak accident at a park. Coming up, the one warning she wants you to know to keep your family safe. Good evening, I'm Lacey Crisp. We'll have that story for you in a minute. But first, it's official. The Cleveland Indians just clinched their second straight American League Central Division title. Thanks to today's win, plus Minnesota's loss tonight, the Indians team shop is open right now for fans who want to be the first on the block with their latest gear. This is the Tribe's 9th AL Central title. Now, the Windians making news again after that 22-game winning streak. They're going to the playoffs. So here's Mark Schwab with more. You run it down for your gear?
Yeah, right after the show. I'm heading down for gear. Win or lose, they're popping corks and popping champagne bottles, and it'll be a good time.
It just would have been fun if they could have saved a couple of those runs for last night, kept the streak going. But you know what? There's playoffs. We can do it then.
Yeah, you know what's good to see is a lot of times after a long winning streak, a team loses, and then there's a little bit of a letdown. They might lose 2-3 in a row or 3 of 4. Came right back with a solid. They pitched well. They hit well. They took advantage of mistakes. They'll party tomorrow, and they're in a good place.
Awesome.
They really are.
Hitting it right at the right time of year.
Yeah, that's the thing. You want to be playing your best baseball going into the playoffs. I think winning 23 of your last 24 games qualifies as playing your best baseball.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Sure. More in sports.
Sounds good. And turning now to the weather, you might see a shower or storm tonight or tomorrow. Beth McLeod is in the First Alert Center tracking the forecast right now. Beth, what's going on? Thank you, Beth. And a story we brought you as breaking news at 7. A fatal crash at a gas station. A driver hit a woman who was pumping gas. See, New Yorker was at the scene all afternoon getting answers. Sia, how did this happen?
In 19 News.
Thank you, Sia. And police are hunting for a woman who dragged 2 people with her car as she tried to rob them at local stores. Now, the first happened at Walgreens on State Road. The suspect tried to grab a woman's purse in the parking lot, dragging her along with her car. She tried to rob a 70-year-old man outside the Target store at Steelyard Commons and dragged him, too. He fell and injured his hip. Police say the thief is driving a burgundy car, possibly a Cobalt. And the Great Lakes are getting some extra attention this weekend with teams of volunteers strolling the shorelines to pick up debris and trash. The Alliance for the Great Lakes sponsors the regional Adopt a Beach program every September. Cleveland 19's Damon Maloney is getting answers on how the cleanup will help researchers. And next at 11, a woman is left paralyzed after a hammock accident. Find out what she wants you to know to keep your family safe. And caught on camera, a thief steals a dead man's clothes at a funeral home. The story coming up. A freak accident that left a young Minneapolis mom paralyzed is also a warning for anyone who has a hammock. She wants her experience to help other families stay safe. If you're putting up a hammock, it can be hard to spot a rotten tree, but here are some signs you should look out for: branches with no leaves, damaged roots, or fungus. And this crime sounds too crazy to believe, but you can see it for yourself in the surveillance video. A thief broke into a Kentucky funeral home, stole the keys to a hearse, then put on the clothes meant for the man who was about to be buried. Well, you can see the suspect here undressing, then changing into the dead man's sports jacket, pants, and jewelry that were hanging out in the office until the body was prepared for viewing. The thief spent more than 3 hours there, napping, drinking soda, stealing candy, electronics, and candles. The deceased man's daughter says her dad would want the family to forgive him.
He would say.
And police got some tips about the thief's identity. They think he's also connected to a Walmart robbery that same day. And in consumer news tonight, Hurricane Irma will continue to hit your wallet this fall. Citrus growers say they lost at least half of their fruit on their trees. Tomatoes also took a hit, and they're saying they're the state's second biggest crop. Farmers also saw squash, cucumber, and pepper plants wiped out. Those veggies usually hit stores by mid-October, so we'll probably see the higher prices then. Another hard-hit crop is sugarcane, which could drive up the cost both of bagged sugar and sweets. But fortunately, back here closer to home, we are seeing beautiful weather
you know, and you think it would be quiet in the weather department, but it's not. It's still hot. It's still humid. So now we're getting the emails saying we want it cooler. We get the other email saying we want it warmer.
Can't please everyone all the time.
No, you can't. But at least we're not in the eye of any of these storms coming our way. So first things first, we'll get
Championship shirt, Beth. That's what you're going to be wearing over and over, right? Coming up next in sports, Mark is back with more on the Indians' win today that propelled them to a division championship.
LeBron to the Lakers. Write that down.
How many more months of these rumors do we have?
Oh, till next July.
Awesome.
Yep. Just getting started.
We'll be right back.
We're going to be here a while.
So, Beth, we're thinking about taking the girls to an apple orchard tomorrow. You said spotty showers. Should we be okay?
I think you'll really be fine. I mean, I really think the chance is between 10 and 20%, which is usually doesn't even make the forecast. I'll tell you what, tomorrow is going to be hot, though, so those apples are going to be turning pretty quick. So if you're going to do this, don't wait, because this entire week is like this. We'll be into the low 80s tomorrow, and it's going to be humid on top of it. So the return of summer over the course of the next couple of days, most of you aren't going to see any showers.
So get a few of those Tribe Championship shirts.
I agree.
Have a good night. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.